NFL reporter Kay Adams was at Washington's training camp the other day, and she predicted Chase Young to win Defensive Player of the Year. Can Chase Young actually do it? Let's talk about it.
After 20 years, you know we back on. No more Snyder, more McLaurin. 1-4 with the passion, you know we scoring. FedEx field bag lit, no it is not boring. John Allen lead the troops, yeah you know we storming. Burgundy and gold in my veins, yeah I bleed that. St. Jude saw the ball, grab a pig, yeah I need that.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, we're going to be doing a video where we're going to be talking about NFL reporters saying Chase Young can win Defensive Player of the Year and him being her actual pick. And her being his actual YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We another Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with a video where we're going to be talking about an NFL reporter picking Chase Young to win Defensive Player of the Year. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new content like this to the channel. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So the other day, Kay Adams, formerly of NFL Network, Good Morning Football, that was probably the best show on NFL Network. Nate Burleson, Kay Adams, Peter Schrager, Kyle Brandt, you know, that was the times, man. I don't think they no longer do Good Morning Football, or at least I know for sure that the same cast isn't there anymore. You got, I think Nate Burleson is on like with Nickelodeon and with CBS now. It don't hit the same anymore. But that was a real good cast. That was the best show on NFL Network. GMFB. That's where I knew Kay Adams from. But now she's no longer with NFL Network, and she's doing her own thing. And I think she's also with another brand now. But I know for sure she's doing her own thing called Up and Adams on YouTube. And she was at Washington Commanders training camp the other day. She interviewed Chase Young. She interviewed Antonio Gibson. She interviewed Sam Howell. She interviewed Ron Rivera. She interviewed Jahan Dotson. And specifically with the Chase Young one, she was basically talking to him about, you know, how good the defense is, how good does he feel, and coming off of his knee injury, and the expectations that he has for himself. And she said that she has him pick winning Defensive Player of the Year. Now, I don't know if she was just saying that because Chase Young was right there in front of her, or if legitimately Kay Adams' pick to win Defensive Player of the Year is Chase Young. Like, if that is the case, that is a bold prediction, because I love Chase Young, and y'all know I want him to pan out just as much as the next Washington Commanders fan. But to go from a 1.5 sacks to a torn ACL to missing all of last year, only playing in 3 games, to then bounce back and have a Defensive Player of the Year performance, that would be amazing, especially in a contract year. Remember, we did not pick up his 5th-year option, so if Chase Young was to go from that to Defensive Player of the Year, that would be an amazing, you know, a leap, right? But how realistic is that? You know what I'm saying? Chase Young is going to be going up against guys like TJ Watt, Nick Bosa, obviously Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald, you know, and Micah Parsons, and those are just edge rushers / linebackers, bro. You know, you're not even taking the fact of, you know, potential cornerback having a star-studded year, like, you know what I'm saying? So as badly as I want to agree with Kay Adams and I want to pick Chase Young to win Defensive Player of the Year, it's definitely unlikely. Again, it's not unlikely that he has a really good year. It's just unlikely that he wins it, you know, for compared to the rest of his peers. Like the rest of his peers I just named, if they did not already win one, they were definitely in the finals, finalist for one, right? So Chase Young is going to have to probably put up almost 20 sacks, really, to compete with those guys, okay? Because those guys have done it for multiple years now. This would technically be Chase Young's first year really making some noise. Now, in his rookie, I don't want to keep discrediting his rookie year, but it was only 7.5 sacks, right? You know what I'm saying? But he definitely had forced fumbles, a fumble 6. He definitely deserved one rookie of the year. I'm not going to sit up here and act like he didn't, but it wasn't like no crazy performance rookie season that we never seen before. Like, let's just keep it a buck. So again, Kay Adams picking Chase Young to win Defensive Player of the Year is a bold prediction, and maybe that is her bold prediction. You know, maybe that is her bold prediction this year, that Chase Young wins Defensive Player of the Year. But the way she was talking was literally picking Chase Young to win Defensive Player of the Year. And I'm like, hey, K, I'm all for it. I want this to happen. I want 9-9 to win Defensive Player of the Year. I want 9-9 to be here in Washington for the foreseeable future. You know what I'm saying? I got his jersey in the closet. You know, I don't want that to become a throwback. I don't want to see Chase Young in another uniform. I want him to stay for the hometown team, the Washington Commanders, and him and Montez Sweat wreak havoc for the future. I want that. You know what I'm saying? So, as unlikely as it is, I hope it happens. You know what I'm saying? You know how good that would be, a bounce back? Like, he would skip comeback player of the year to going straight to defensive player of the year. Now, again, I know he doesn't even compete with the comeback player of the year. They should just give it to DeMar Hamlin right now. You know what I'm saying? But he came off a catastrophic knee injury. And if it wasn't for like the DeMar Hamlin situation happening, he could have been in that thing. But again, like I said, DeMar Hamlin is gonna win that thing no matter what, and rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? But Chase Young, winning Defensive Player of the Year, he's going to have a really good year, bro. And I'm talking like 15 or 20 sacks, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to stay healthy. He's going to have to find ways to get to the quarterback. Again, I don't have no doubt in my mind that Chase Young is an elite run stuff. You know, but can he get to the quarterback? Did he finally have add things to his bag this offseason? This is really the first offseason since his knee injury, obviously, that he sustained at 21, that he can actually work out and be 100%. He worked out with Larry Johnson, you know, up there in Ohio State, as Chase Young says about Ohio State, with Montez Sweat and all those guys. So is this the year Chase Young finally adds stuff to his bag? Is this finally the year he stopped relying solely on athletic ability and actually learns some moves? Hopefully. And again, he has all the talent in the world, bro. He has the potential. You know, I said right now I would resign Montez Sweat over Chase Young, but I really would prefer it to be Chase Young because he has the most potential. He was the number 2 overall pick. He was labeled the generational talent coming out of Ohio State, not Montez Sweat. And no shot to Tez, because obviously he's good, and I said I would like to have him back. But I think, again, the ceiling for those two guys, Chase Young has it high. You know what I'm saying? You see what he's doing to Charles Leno in practice. Charles Leno said, I miss going up against that. You know, and he made him look silly. Chase Young is so much more to this team and defense than just the play on the field and his voice. He's a leader on this team. He's one of those ones that ain't going to back down. He's one of those ones that's going to bring the smoke. He's going to talk his trash alongside Montez Sweat. So, again, Kay Adams picking Chase Young as her defensive player of the year, I'm all for it, Kay. You know, I can't necessarily say he will, like, that's your pick, but I'm all for it. You know, maybe if Aaron Donald, Michael Parsons, and Myles Garrett didn't exist, or TJ Watt for that matter, or if they just got off the slow starts and Chase Young got off to a fast start, maybe. But like, just assuming that these guys are going to pick up where they left off, they're going to probably be the front runners. And then to think about it, right? Montez Sweat is on the other side. He's trying to eat too. He's trying to get sacks just as bad as Chase Young. Deron Payne is trying to get sacks just as bad as Chase Young. Jonathan Allen's trying to get sacks just as bad as Chase Young. You know what I'm saying? So it's only one quarterback. You know? So you're going to have to shit. And a lot of these edge rushers and linebackers that rush the passer are on teams where they're really the main edge rusher. Now, obviously, or in some cases, the only edge rusher. But obviously for Dallas is DeMarcus Lawrence, but DeMarcus Lawrence isn't on a Michael Parsons level. You know what I'm saying? You know, TJ Watt, is Alex Highsmith still on with the Steelers? He's not a TJ Watt, right? Myles Garrett, nobody on that Browns defensive line is Myles Garrett, right? So, and Zadarius Smith is really good, so, but he's not Myles Garrett. But yeah, so Kay, I'm with you. I want Chase Young to win Defensive Player of the Year, but I can't necessarily say that's my pick. You know, again, he's gonna have to absolutely destroy. You know, because let it be close. Let Chase Young have 10.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles on the year, and TJ Watt have 10.5 and 3 fumbles or something like that. Something where they're in the same boat, but Chase Young could be slightly ahead, or T.J. Watt slightly ahead, or Nick Bosa slightly ahead. You know, they're going to go with those guys. They have arguably bigger names, and they've done it multiple years. Again, it is hard. I argue that it's probably the hardest award, you know, obviously besides MVP, but it's so many, because I think like that trophy is starting to become an edge rushing a trophy, you know, or defensive lineman trophy. Just how they say the offensive player of the year is a quarterback trophy. I think the same is for edge rushers, you know, or defensive linemen, you know. So maybe Chase Young can get his paw on one of those things. It would be an amazing thing because, again, like I said, this is his contract year. So if Chase Young is trying to maximize a contract as much as he can get out of a team, winning Defensive Player of the Year is the best thing he can do. Because right now his value isn't the best. I still think he's going to get paid well if it was right now, but it wouldn't be nearly as high as it would be if he went out there and won Defensive Player of the Year this year. So with that being said, there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section. Kay Adams, former NFL Network reporter, Good Morning Football, says Chase Young is her pick to win Defensive Player of the Year. How do y'all feel about that? Honestly, do you think Chase Young has a chance to win Defensive Player of the Year? Leave your comments and thoughts down below. As always, being boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. On the road to 6,000 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.
When I stand up and I look and everybody's going crazy and it's just like... Very, very satisfying.
Oh, quarterbacks on the Commander's schedule. I'm so sorry. I really am so sorry. Do you guys chase? Thanks for the time.
No, all good.
Thank you. Defensive Player of the Year. My choice.